live. They can see us. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Olaxis. Welcome back to space for the penultimate episode of our Burn Bryte After Midnight playthrough. That means that next week is going to be our finale. So if you folks were here last time, you can definitely tell the stakes are just getting higher by the minute. If you are new, welcome. We are playing Burn Bryte, which is a brand new science fantasy game made specifically for Roll20. We are playing through the After Midnight module, which has been a very good time so far. Kind of the first really long adventure that has been published for Burn Bryte. So, my name is Celeste Konowich. I'm going to be your game master tonight in Olaxis. Let's go around the circle here and meet the rest of our space crew. Gnome, who are you?
Hi, I'm Gnome, and I'm playing a Low Voice 11, a Peacecraft.
Peacecraft? Oh no, are they here for you? The Peacecraft are coming from up above.
Yes.
And unfortunately, Nassim is not able to join us tonight. Nassim is in moving hell, so good luck, Nassim. Godspeed. We'll see you next week. But Lisa, who are you?
I'm Lisa Penrose, and I am playing Ciela Gloss / Cialula, your mysterious space cat.
Yes, and Eugenio.
Hey everybody, I'm Eugenio. You might know me as DM Jazzy Hands, and I am playing Atash, our very good Zavoy friend, who is currently in a glean named Aphrodite Billiam's body. Nope. Who is currently in the body of an Eno pretending to be a glean named Aphrodite Billiams.
Yes. My God, this is
welcome.
not going to be confusing in any way.
Terrible.
Yeah, so before we do that recap, explaining what the heck we're doing here, I would like to direct your attention up to the top of our screen where you see a Tiltify bar. You can see we are only $15 away from that $100 mark that is coming up here, so you all can donate at any point during the stream to raise that bar. Once we get to that 100 mark, we are going to raffle off a copy of this game so people can win it. If you're enjoying Burn Bryte, get in there, run it for your friends. Also, you're helping out Code 2040, which is an awesome organization that helps Black and Latinx folks break down systematic barriers they face in the tech industry. And since it's Black History Month, really good time to donate to these awesome causes. So get in there. Our lovely mods in chat will let you know how to do that. So, without further ado, Eugenio and Lisa, it's up to the two of you to tell Gnome what happened last time, and let's just review this chaos. So what happened?
I like that Lisa was just about to take a sip as all this started. I was like, oh, I'll wait.
Tell me.
We found a friend hiding in a cool cellar.
Yeah. Turns out Dropo's kind of a cool guy. Kind of. So we rescued him from the cellar hole in the ground that he was hiding in while the pirates ransacked his stronghold. Mm-hmm. And we learned a fair bit from him. He heard a few things here and there about, why these pirates were here. They were basically specifically there to kill everyone. So that was a nice surprise. We thought they were there for larceny. No,
just murder.
We learned, I think, from Dropo, I think he had a little bit of a clue that these folks worked for an organization known throughout Olaxis as the Order of Heroes.
Yes. Yeah. Those were those backup tapes that he was able to pull from the hidden microphones throughout the mansion.
Yeah. So he let us know that they were members of the Order of Heroes. That's an organization that, well, Lisa puts it best, I think. How did you describe it to Gnome earlier?
They yeet people into the burn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Originally, he had thought that he was working with a hero to translate some symbols on the vase, and was perturbed, I suppose, to hear that a hero is the one who organized the theft. Mm-hmm. But it's fine, because in order to enact the ritual that this vase is a part of, you would need a large amount of plasma.
And who has that? Nobody.
Oh
no. Oh
these folks do, because they stole it from the midnight oil, which we found a long time ago.
And with that and the vase, they could potentially yeet an entire planet into the burn. Basically, they can move planets, supposedly.
So it's excessive amount of yeeting.
Yeah, by using a ritual called Valos Starshot, which is an ancient omniscient ritual that the omniscients initially used to bring planets closer together so they could, trade with each other and survive in the warmth of the sun. So it was very lovely originally.
Cool.
Cool.
What happened next?
Van Fam also spoke to Dropo and learned that the ball that they've been holding in their tum-tum is a lullaby ball.
Lullaby sphere.
Lullaby sphere.
That used to be used to sing baby gods to sleep or something, so they think.
Yeah, so they've always been seen depicted in children and like pictures with omniscient children. These lullaby spheres. So, yeah.
So that's theories abound. Let's say.
Now
So
we're chasing all the pirates.
Yep. We talked to Denier. Denier was like, "Great, this is really good information. Also, this is also really bad news, and I need you all to stick on it." Okay, Dropo. So Dropo sent us a computer virus so that we can infiltrate. Denier sent us computer virus that we are supposed to upload onto the enemy ship. And once we have done that, it will be able to send us data back, presumably about the Order of Heroes plans and location, so that we can stop them from yeeting a planet into the burn.
It seems like a very simple task that we will be able to do.
Yes. No problems at all.
None.
So great. That is where we are picking up. I believe at the very, very end of last time, Wanda was actually approaching this glowing green asteroid field that surrounds the Cyprit system. And the Cyprit system is one of those systems that is far out, very close to the burn. In fact, the reason this asteroid field surrounds the Cyprit system is because the burn blew up half of the main Cyprit planet, causing it to shatter. So all of these green floating shards surround this planetary system. And you were headed there because the Order of Heroes, apparently this is where they told the pirates, the Black Frame pirates, to come after they had murdered Dropo and took all their stuff. So you are chasing this lead, hoping to rendezvous with them. So that was that last moment we had just seen those kind of green glittering spheres. But I actually wanted to circle it back just a little bit, just a couple days before this happens, because you all had, it was a pretty long journey to try and get to the Cyprit system since you were leaving the Heart World and then, bouncing all the way back out. Starting things off, Little Voice, we didn't get a chance to ask you, what have you been doing over this, this week or so that it was going to take to the Cyprit system? Is there anything in particular that you got up to?
I think Little Voice would be doing whatever he could to just prepare. This seems like one of those missions that could end poorly. Well, it'll end poorly if they don't succeed. But it seems destructive in nature. So I think Little Voice would be doing whatever he could to plan as much as he could, whether it's training, physical combat, or maybe working with Wanda to try to help kind of prepare the ship for, another battle, pruning here and there, things of that nature.
Yeah. Okay, so you're kind of drifting around, just getting ready, and I think that's totally fair because the atmosphere of tension has definitely increased. I think amongst everybody as you have gotten closer and closer to the Cyprit system. one day, Little Voice, something does kind of interrupt your daily routine here as you see an email message come through on the CompliNet for you, and you note it's from Jade Crucible.
Oh, well then I would like to go ahead and read that.
Yeah. So the email, it's very brief, but there are two things that are attached to it. You see two CompliNet links here. One of them, Jade has noted that this is the link to like the preview site, the memorial site that they were putting together, that you helped contribute to with Una a few weeks ago, and she wanted to send you a preliminary look at that. And then the second one, she notes that while they were processing Una's possessions, they found like a little USB drive that she had on her. And it was loaded up with a program, and it appears to be some kind of MI compatible program. But they didn't look at it. They just thought that, you should probably have it, because this was like hidden on her person. And that's it.
Okay. Well, Little Voice then would like to explore what is on that drive as best he can.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a set of program files, so you could definitely, send that to Wanda. And has Little Voice been in MI space yet? I think you visited once, or was that you? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
Cool. Yeah. So you would just send those to Wanda and then boot up into MI space. So. Our MI space that we've described on Wanda in season 1, perhaps we've modified it now, or perhaps it's the same. But since we have so many creatures whose bodies are not that traditional four-limbed shape from that first crew, the MI Jack is more like a submersible tank, almost, that you kind of lay down and then like recede into as this like ridden goo covers you and you interface with Wanda. Have you all installed something else in the meantime, like a chair or something, or is it we're sticking with the goo pit?
I think that's on you two. Atash is too afraid to
I
go
would
into
love
MI
to
space.
submerge into a vat of goo. So
Yeah, like what's
me.
goo?
That sounds amazing. Okay.
Sounds great.
Great.
It's fine.
So to you, Little Voice, you get in like this kiddie pool sized, vat of goo. And you attach the little sensors to yourself, because when you step into MI space, your mind is traveling there. Your body is staying here and you are existing in a digital realm. So as you are accessing MI space, it does require a skill check. So what would you like to use to establish a secure connection to MI space?
Oh no. I mean, computers and knowledge seem appropriate for this.
Yeah, for sure. So let's go ahead and just do a complexity 2 on this.
Okay.
Oh, wait, we have to go to the gameplay screen. Hang on. Whoosh! Yay, we're here! Wow! We've made it. We've made it.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, what did you roll? I'm not seeing it. Okay, pass. Yeah. Okay,
Did it?
fine.
Okay.
Yes. So it is, I think, I don't know. What is this experience like for Little Voice? Is this very familiar because part of you is electronic, or is this very strange because you're leaving your body and kind of jumping into another system here?
I would almost assume that it is strange because it's not Peacecraft tech, if I'm right in that assumption.
Oh yeah,
that it
no
wasn't
way. It's
created
very
by
alien
them.
tech. Yeah.
Yeah, so it while it should be familiar, it's perhaps a reminder that the Peacecraft are sentient in a way that that differentiates them from robots. from other just AI programming. So it is very much still that like out of body experience, even though their physical forms don't necessarily matter because they can be reborn, rebuilt, reassembled. It's still that reminder that their soul is present, and it is what separates them from the things that they create.
Yeah. And so it is this very odd feeling like, part of you is being lifted up out of your body and then somewhere else. And there's, I think, a weird processing moment where you can see yourself lying in this tank, this pool, but you're not there. And then you're somewhere else. And you're standing in a room that's got a lot of wood going on in it. It's got like a counter at the front where somebody might sit behind. It's got large windows that are open up onto like an urban street. You can see a couple people passing by. The thing that is interesting is hanging on the walls of this room, kind of these pegboard walls, you see instruments, like beautiful guitars, amplifiers. There's a set of drums in one corner. And then there's a door on the far side of the room that's labeled recording studio.
Oh, I think once a little voice kind of gets his bearings, that is what sticks out. He will go ahead and proceed through.
Yeah, and you move through this space and you notice that, no one else is here. This is a program that somebody has put together. So Una made this space. You're not even sure. She never really talked to you about like programming or music. This is all kind of weird. You step through, the doors of this studio, and that's what you see in front of you. It's an artist's recording studio. Clearly somebody has spent a lot of time here. A lot of the furniture is, it's not new. It's well loved. Things have been organized in a state of chaos of somebody who, spends a lot of time creating in this space. And you can see that there is a chair that has been set up kind of in the middle of the space here. And sitting across it is this like red electric guitar. And you can see, it's simple. It's not too flashy compared to some of the other ones. But you can see where the paint has started to wear away on a palm spot, where somebody has clearly played this guitar many, many times. And you see that lying on a desk next to some like scribbled notes and music. There's it's like a cassette player, and then a bunch of like tapes that are lying there, cassettes that are labeled, with Scotch tape on them, and they're things like Bossa Nova track 1, or like jazz with like 3 exclamation points.
Perfect.
Things like that piled up here.
Okay. Now is Wanda there? Like, is Wanda present
is
in this space?
Yeah, she is in the space. So if you want to interact with her, you certainly can. This isn't her like personal living space. She's basically using her resources to show you what the program is.
Okay.
Saying.
Cool.
Wanda, are you familiar with the setting?
No, sorry, I can't say I've ever seen anything like this. It's not really exactly my style, but somebody spent a lot of time writing this program. It's pretty elegant, I'll tell you that.
So it appears.
And I think Little Voice will go ahead and like reach out for the guitar, and like kind of, even though he's not physically there, he is still incredibly delicate with his movements and very cautious as to not destroy this very clearly used item.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Has Little Voice ever played an electric guitar? I don't think this is a very common instrument in Olaxis. I think people, it's much easier to play, synth boards and keys and stuff.
Yeah, it's completely like foreign to him, but like he kind of like holds it up and just like with like one hand, like just like kind of like touches the string and has it make a little like ding kind of noise.
Yeah. And you do it. It's awkward. It takes you a minute to like get, the way to delicately pluck it with your, large hands. But you managed to make a note. The guitar is tuned perfectly already. Like maybe somebody just stepped out. It hasn't been left to sit here for some time. And now that you're kind of, fiddling with the guitar in the middle of the space, you notice that there's some like sheet music that has been set up on a stand by you. And clearly somebody was writing whatever this music was.
Mm-hmm.
And it just says Elvuna is the name of the song. And
Elvuna? Elvuna
is the name of the song.
Elvuna.
And it's half finished. So whoever started writing this didn't get a chance to finish it.
Okay. Music is a language and is relatively universal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just patterns. Would Little Voice be able to attempt to like decipher it to understand like how to use the music
Sure.
in a like a meaningful way to a piececraft?
Yeah. What kind of skill would you like to use to kind of search your banks and, see how quickly you can put this strange language together?
Brain skills, not good.
Brains.
We could go with perception or knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I think either of those would work.
Yeah. All right. And let's do maybe a complexity 3, since I think it's all very strange.
Very strange. Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
we'll take
All
that.
right. Okay.
All right. Okay.
If they don't fail, we'll get a hull breach.
Everything's on fire. Oh, I tried to play guitar, and it's just all on fire. So you start to kind of like to pluck out the strings, and you're like okay, G chord. You're looking at your banks and you're doing it, and it's very awkward. But you've got the basic like bass line that's down here. Like you have the roots of this song, and so Little Voice, if there was a song that was written for you, what would this song sound like?
Oh no, Celeste.
What would Elvuna sound like?
Elvuna would sound like a summer breeze with sunlight cresting just over the horizon on a very like arid planet, with maybe like a sense of like morning flowers blooming as the sun kind of touches them, and they awaken.
Yeah.
So very gentle, very soft,
Yeah.
very soul-like.
Very cool. And you're, it's awkward. You're plucking this out, and it takes you a while to get what the song is going for. But as you keep doing it over and over again, you're like, wow, it feels like it was made for you. And you can't even imagine what this would be like if somebody who actually really knew how to play guitar was playing this song.
Wanda?
Don't look at me. I don't have hands.
Would Little Voice get the sense that this was written by Una?
You get that sense. You get the sense that maybe, if she carried around this program, maybe, every opportunity she had, she spent time here. Mm-hmm. This wasn't something that you ever really knew about her. But yeah, inside this program is this little space. And this song she was working on and never got a chance to finish. Oh yeah, and you. So
such a beautiful gift. Una had much heart and could see the world in ways I could not. Perhaps this could be useful for Jade Crucible.
And I think Little Voice will like kind of take the music and make sure that it is kept in his own memory banks, so that when he returns, he could transfer it to Jade.
yeah, and Wanda will say, now that I have the program, I can keep it if you want. If you ever want to come back here, I guess I've got some space.
That would be very kind of you, Wanda. I would appreciate it greatly.
Sure, yeah. No skin off my back. I don't have a back.
Well, thank you. And thank you for sharing this moment with me.
Hey, I didn't write it, but yeah. I mean, if you did want to come back and spend more time here, it's fine by me.
I would like that. And I am determined to learn how to play this tool.
Well, you're gonna need a lot of practice, so I guess I'll see you soon. And so that's one of the things that happens. I think maybe when you're like 2 days away from the Cyprit system. And one more thing I think that happens that I wanted to get to was just the night before. Like the night before, tomorrow morning, you're going to reach the Cyprit system. And you're going to, cross this asteroid barrier that makes the system almost impenetrable and the perfect place to station military troops. And Atash, what are you doing this evening?
I'm crying softly in my chambers. I am putting the finishing touches on Aphrodite, making sure that I have replicated her tentacle injury that she had when she was yeeted into the burn all those years ago, so that I have all of the little markings just so. And then I think just sort of sitting in my... Okay, what's that?
Oh,
okay.
Sorry. I was trying to put a heart to you in the Zoom chat to your message, but I put it in Roll20. So
That
nothing
was
happened.
Horrifying. Hey, Tash, let's have a scene with
like,
you. I'm going to secretly do something in the chat.
It was
Panic.
It's fine. That's
Sorry.
the second time tonight. Earlier, my
Good.
dad
Be afraid.
called me, and he only calls when there's bad news, but it turns out he butt dialed me, and I was like, well, it's good.
Oh
I needed
my
to
God.
get that extra 15 seconds of cardio in tonight. So this was the other 15 to give me a full 30. Gods above. So yeah, getting myself just in shape for that, practicing, going over all of the information that I compiled from the ComplNet about Aphrodite, all of this in my cabin where Oppo's crystalline Olrin body is sitting up in that hammock with the light shining through it in that way that we all hate.
Yep.
But Atash loves.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, you're sitting in your room, working on your bodies, and suddenly the lights go out.
No, well, okay, but it was pretty.
So all of the lights are out. You are in complete darkness.
Wanda.
There's a response.
Oh, well, that's good. Wanda, did you... I know that you are mad at me, but did you turn the lights off?
Maybe.
Was it because I was enjoying the light through Oppo?
Well, not specifically, but, now that you mention it, we should talk about that. Atash.
Well, I don't see what there is to talk about. She makes a lovely light diffuser.
Okay, you know what? I was hoping that the other crew members were going to say something about this, but apparently that's not the case. So, listen, Atash, you're not leaving this cabin until you and I have a little chat.
I think the tablet that oh God, I don't know my name anymore, that Atash has been holding and that has been sort of shaking slightly now gets set down.
Mm-hmm.
The files on Aphrodite closed. And I very nervously, I'm a glean, so not sit, but settle into a place that is, I think instinctually, like, kind of near the door. Not that I can go anywhere if Wanda doesn't want me to. I just say, okay, we will talk.
All right, yeah, because we're about to go into this asteroid field, and it sounds like we're getting into another highly perilous situation. So I need to know that you have your shit together, Atash.
Well, I would like to say that I think that it's not a matter of having my shit together, Wanda. Also, I'm really glad that your name starts with a W. It's really more about that I lost all of my crystals, Wanda. You know how important they
Yeah,
were to
exactly.
me.
Okay, that's what this is all about. What is it with you and all these crystals? It's creepy, it's weird, I don't like it, nobody likes it. Why is this happening?
That seems a bit harsh. It's just they're very pretty to look at. What, do I need more of a reason
You have a
to
dead
that?
crystal body hanging in my cabin, Atash.
Well, when you categorize Oppo that way, you really diminish the value of...
Listen, clearly this is all getting in the way. You tore up the door to your room, and I can't trust you on this ship if you're going to continue on this path. So you have to make a choice, Atash. It's going to be the crystals or it's going to be me.
Wanda, are you serious?
I can eject you from the ship when you're sleeping, honey. I am serious.
Oh, no, believe me. No, I knew that. No, but that's actually what I meant. I sort of expected that if you were that angry with me, you would have, well, already ejected me from while I was sleeping.
Listen, we got real close, okay? And I owe you all quite a bit for getting all my parts together and everything. I was kind of losing my mind, my programming there for a while. And you know what, Atash? I know what it's like to feel like things are slipping away and to dip into other things. My programs were not in a healthy place when that all started. And so I guess it's partially you who brought me out of that. So here I am, bringing you out of that.
You know, we never say it, but I don't think any of us think that you still or ever really owed us for any of that. You know, we were all new friends, and I think maybe we took that for granted with you a little, but none of us ever felt that you owed us, Wanda. You have done so much for us, and I guess I guess I just didn't know what was going to happen. You know, Lou left with the blip, and we know that they are fine. But then that Kisuk left as well, and so it was just me and you and Vam and you know, Ciela and Little Voice are perfect additions for us, but we never know where we are going next, or where we are coming from, or what we're going to have to fight and sneak about, and it started as just little mementos from where we were going. So I felt like I had a bit of a grasp on where we were and what we had done, and I guess it sort of got in my attempts to control my own little galaxy. I guess I sort of lost that control a bit.
Yeah, you're telling me. Listen, I get it. It's a big, nasty galaxy out there. But the thing is, when you're here on this ship with these people, it's all that really matters. That's all you need. Everything is right here. You've gotten through some bad stuff, and you'll get through some more. But you'll only do that if you can stay here on the ship with these people who care about you, Atash. And if you're losing it with these crystals tearing things up, yeah, I can be repaired, but those people out there, they can't. So before this goes too far, I suggest you stop it. Find a better hobby.
Okay, Wanda. You are heard loud and clear. I'm sorry, loud and clear.
Okay, if I turn back on the lights, what are you going to do? You just going to look at those crystals more, or are you going to actually do something about it?
No, I will go back to studying on this Aphrodite here, and we will be ready to guide you through the... It's so pretty, though. Do I really have to take her down? Okay, I will take her down. She will go back to the cryo chamber, and we will only bring her out for special occasions, okay?
Okay.
Cold turkey, Wanda. Can we do it? Is that okay? Just for later, for the good occasion.
All right, well, I'm going to be watching closely.
That is super fair.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll turn back on the lights, and I'll unlock
Okay.
the door.
Okay. You lock the door, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Just realizing the danger. I'm in danger.
Oh! Okay!
Yeah.
And you do hear the, the compression as the airlocks, release. It also sounds like, she had a tense grasp on life support systems, on air filtration.
Those were the air filters.
Oh,
too,
dear.
Okay.
So, Lisa, I saw Ciela Glasses tripping over pillows.
Outside the door, you hear a commotion from Stella having tripped over a bunch of bean bags, and just like little voice, who turned the lights off?
Who turned
Wanda?
off the lights?
Wanda.
Wanda is not responding, apparently. Weird.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I will take Oppo to the cryo chamber.
How hard is that for you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, I would have said like a 9 until you mentioned the thing about the life support systems, and now I think maybe I'm a little bit all too happy to. But I do think I linger after I shut the compartment door. I do linger, looking through the just
the
for a
hand
minute
on the glass.
Yeah,
Just
for a second, and then the lights flicker, and I scurry back to my chamber to continue studying.
Yes. And so that is the night before we reach this the Cyprit system. So what you see as you approach, and I think you can all, Wanda summons you all to the bridge so you can see, what's going on out here. You see that the burn is nearby, a vast wall of orange, yellow, and red light on the very distance here. And on the edge of the burn is a cloudy white crystalline planet orbited by a moon shrouded in green flame. And that all is very far in the distance away from you because there is this massive field of just chunks of crystalline, almost like ice, rocks between you and that very far away system. So we are going to need a lot of checks to try and get through this field. We're going to need some manual piloting. So what's the plan, crew.
Don't we need Oppo?
We're all
For
bad at
this?
this.
Yes.
Perceive where the asteroids are.
Yeah. So you don't need to make be in the pilot seat, whatever. This is just going to be a skill challenge
Okay.
in general. So you all need a certain number of successes to make it through this field without injuring your ship. So if you all want to work together and kind of contribute, I think, in this scene, that might be cool if we all roll some skill checks, or if you want to leave it up to one person, up to you.
Well, let's see how some of them go, and then we'll make that decision. Who's got the curse tonight?
Who has the curse? Hopefully it's Nassim, and then it's a null point.
There you go.
Nassim, buried under boxes, feels cursed for some reason.
An empty cardboard box tumbles onto her.
What? Why? All right.
Celeste!
Ah! Okay, so what are you all doing? What positions are you taking on the bridge in preparation for this?
Well, I think that because Little Voice has an extra
Some
help
affinity, yeah.
with Wanda, I feel like he'd be working closely with her and her systems using empathy.
Yeah.
To help kind of maybe like do like navigational guiding to make sure she doesn't get hit by the field.
For sure. So do you want to take like a seat at maybe comms? In the big
yeah.
chair?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't fit in the big chair. I made you the correct size on the Roll20 overlay.
Amazing.
He doesn't,
over the big
he doesn't
chair.
need to sit.
He doesn't. It's fine. Yeah, loom over it. It's good. Okay, and then Ciela Gloss. So are you heading towards the front screen?
Yeah, I am going to. Is it like a big window or is it a screen?
Yeah, I think it's a big window,
I'm gonna
wrap around
crouch,
window.
by the big window, so I'm not blocking it, the view for everybody, and just perceive asteroids. And, oh no, a little bit to the right.
Perceive.
I perceive them.
Very cool. And Atash. I'm sorry, Aphrodite. Where are you
Yeah.
standing?
I think three's a crowd. So I think Aphrodite is going to. This is not how me being in other bodies works, and Atash absolutely knows that. And yet, they have decided that they are going to try to use our super athlete reflexes to last resort blast any asteroids that we are going to run into out of the sky.
Cool. Love it. And Vam is providing moral support in the back. And Bottler, you see, has now, kind of been summoned by all of this movement and attention, and is just kind of running around between you all, like, going 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, sort of in a how can I help state.
Bless.
Yeah.
I wish we had an answer.
Okay, so Bottler.
Clarence.
0, 0, 0, and Bottler runs off, delighted that they have
Yes.
something to do during this.
Yes.
Go make a Claire's Bottler. All right. So, Wanda kind of grumbles and says, all right, so we're going in there, huh?
That's what they tell us. I mean, yes, we are.
Okay. Let's just get it over with. And let's go ahead and start this off. Who wants to make the first check to navigate into this spinning field of asteroids?
Are there increasing levels of difficulty, like in combat, or?
So these are all going to be the same level. This is all going to be complexity 3. You need to succeed on a certain number of these that I will not tell you.
Okay. I'll go
Okay.
first.
Okay. So go ahead and so you, as you are perceiving.
Wow. Okay.
No. Oh, come on.
Oh God! So immediately, as you are like
Immediately.
moving into the asteroid,
There's just one.
I think there's just a disconnect where because you get there, you push past that initial layer, and so you're surrounded by asteroids on all sides, and you're like, okay, this is fine, I've got this. And it just suddenly is so overwhelming because they're from all sides at this point. And you have to compensate also for the spinning, so like some larger chunks as they come around, and it just doesn't work. And you all feel like a like a shudder as the ship just, systems flicker on and off, and Wanda goes, ow!
Oops, maybe someone else should be in the front.
So Wanda's gonna take 1 point of damage from. Oh wait, yeah, shield got. Well, you have a shield, right?
We do. We actually have 2 shield charges that we recharged back on wherever.
Yeah. Okay, then one of your shield charges is gone. So go ahead and keep track of that. And you have healed because you got repairs and everything before. So ow. So who is second?
Little voice can go.
All right.
Yep.
I'm so afraid.
Hearing the ow from Wanda, I think like little voice kind of like starts working with her. And we'll go ahead and roll that empathy.
So it's complexity 2 for you since that's reduced.
Yeah. All right. Let's put this here so I can see that it rolls.
Okay. All right. So you're, I imagine, probably talking Wanda down, and maybe I think you're also probably talking the rest of the crew down with empathy because tensions are very high. So you're just kind of a force of calm in the middle of this. So what are you saying that's calming everybody down in this moment?
I don't think he's saying anything. I think he's humming that song from Una.
Oh, very cool.
Because it was so gentle and so sweet. He's just like kind of broadcasting the song.
And it does. It works on, maybe even a subconscious level. Everybody just gets more into the zone as you pass further through the asteroid belt, looking like you're about halfway there, if you had to guess. Atash, we're coming to you.
Come on, Atash.
Yes. I'm gonna... Okay. I'm going to use my own perception. It's been a long time since I used Atash's own mental skills. Gonna use my perception to
You're so clear-headed now. You've seen, without these crystals.
So yeah, I'll use perception to keep an eye out for surprise asteroids that need to get blowed up.
All right, let's do it. Complexity 3.
Yep, that tracks.
Oh, wow. It's so hard to watch.
So sorry, Wanda.
Yeah, to watch these asteroids as they're moving through because they also have that weird glow effect and they're kind of shiny. So like as you think something is coming, it bounced off the laser and you're like, and it just kind of missed again. And Wanda just, there's another shudder and she's like, okay, staying calm. And
it's difficult to see the asteroids. They've got this weird light, and see, it wasn't just me.
There's a chilly silence that comes over the intercom. So that's 2 of your shield generators. 2 out of 2 shield generators are gone.
Well, there go the shields. Shields down!
Shields down! Red alert! Okay, so we've got one more check to try and make it out of the asteroid. Who would like to make it?
I have a special ability.
As a nose goes.
That
First
would get us. I have a special ability that would get us out of this situation. It's a bit of a stretch.
I'm here to say yes. So tell me. Spin me a yarn, Eugenio.
The final thing that I got for completing my story path last season, which I have never used yet, because it's rather specific, is called Fit Right In. And it says, 2 times per day, when you fail a decorum skill roll outside of combat, you can make the failure a success. I think we are all freaking the F out
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, that's fair. Yes.
And in that moment, I remember how soothing Cotyledon, my Jour friend, was when I was inhabiting his body, and sort of the way that the Jour were relaxed by very specific things, which gets me to thinking about, what chills Vam out, which was different, which like now I've started to find out what chills out Ciela, Gloss, and Little Voice. So I'm just going to be very like, hey, Wanda just had a talking to me, and we can't all die right now because I have to make good on what I told Wanda. I have to make good on what I told Wanda I would do. So, Ciela, here is a pithy statement that will calm you down.
So calm now.
And here's one for you, Little Voice.
Oh, refreshing.
Fam is already asleep in her chamber, so I'm not going to tell her.
Yeah.
But let's all take it down a notch, okay? This is literally the only time I think I'm ever going to get to use this ability.
Okay. Wanda says. All right, let's do it. Complexity 3, decorum.
Oh, and I passed.
Yes!
I passed with a D6.
It was meant to be. Everybody just calm down! And you fling your pithy statements across the bridge as you all are navigating your way. And in that last moment, you manage to tip the ship to the side and just sail out into the middle of the Cyprit galaxy here. So now you are even closer to the burn with that glowing half of a planet that's circling around you. And now that you have approached, you can see a couple other things here. A fleet of ships wait in front of the planet.
What if they didn't, though?
One of these shows up on your scanners as the Last Hope, but it is accompanied by at least a dozen other vessels, many of them small fighters. And Wanda is relaying on this grid map just how many ships there are around. So you're seeing the Last Hope, which is a bolt ship. So that's kind of a luxury traveling spaceship. You see 2 mind hunters that are off in the distance. And these are ships are specialized at hacking MI systems and destroying them. You see 10 spaceship fighters and then 4 interceptors, which are war ships. And all of these ships are kind of stationed around this planet. They don't seem to have noticed you yet from this distance, but it's only a matter of time before they do.
I wanted to clarify this before we started, but I wanted to wait till now, which is what exactly is the information that this virus is going to get us? It's plans and locations and things?
Yeah, so basically it's trying to get the plan of how they're going to use Valos Starshot. Because they're all the way out here in the Cyprit system about to rendezvous with some pirates. Whatever is going to go down with the Order of Heroes, they need to know where they intend to enact this ritual, what the target is, because they need to be able to stop it, basically. The ARC needs to be able to send people to stop it.
I'm just wondering if we have to infect the Last Hope, but it sounds like the specifics of the information that we need are probably just on the big ship.
I believe you can actually infect any ship in the Order of Heroes system.
Oh, okay, that changes the calculus. That's nice. I'm happy about that answer. Happy being a relative term at this time in our lives.
Because you can safely assume this is probably the entire fleet of the Order of Heroes. Because if this fleet rolled up on a planet, yeah, they'd probably hand over, a volleyball player or whatever, on demands. So any of these ships probably possesses the information because surely all these ships are going to be heading there after whatever business this is.
Well, then we just got to sneak up on him and pretend like we're late to the party. Thoughts? Ideas?
A plan to me.
That's a plan.
It is a plan. I am ready to scare them into thinking that by feeding people to the burn, they come back enlightened and powerful. But I don't know how long that will keep them stationary, but it will buy us probably at least a few, nope, don't say rounds, seconds.
Need 3 minutes.
That's so many minutes.
Hmm.
I know a lot about Aphrodite, but that's a lot of minutes. Other sorts? Backup plans? I mean, I know that Vam called for backup, but I don't think that actually will help in this particular, I mean, I suppose a distraction, but I wouldn't count on it.
Could we use the asteroid field to resist?
Or how far is the asteroid field, the edge of the field?
So I mean, it's all close-ish within range. So like if you were to move in right now, basically your two options are approach and not attack, or approach and go in guns blazing. There's really no way to sneak at this point since you're all inside of this, asteroid ring together. But if you did, draw fire and then potentially pull them into the asteroid field, I mean, that field, you all had to navigate very slowly and carefully to get through the field. You can't even imagine how much more difficult it would be in a fast combat scenario.
If.
Oh.
What if?
Yeah.
What if
Uh-huh.
we. Every sci-fi trope that has ever touched an
Yes.
asteroid field.
Yeah.
What if we
Hide on the side of
land on a side of it?
And then there's a big monster in it. No.
Yes!
Right!
Oh,
You
Wanda will
know?
be so angry.
We use our thrusters to get it into range that we need to, and we're just inconspicuously floating
Mm-hmm.
on this rock, definitely avoiding any space worms that are inhabiting the
Yeah.
asteroid.
I will say, currently, you are too far away from the ships to infect with the leech virus. You need to get in the near zone, which means that ship needs to be pretty much right next to you.
Okay.
I think we need to sneak up to the ships.
And see how far we can get before they notice. And then when they notice, I will buy us as long as I can. And then, well, I think we'll just have to wing it at that point. It depends on how much time we need after all that. Thanks, I hate it.
Okay. So Wanda says, so we're just slowly approaching. That's the plan. Just to be clear, that's the plan.
Not in a creepy way, in a normal way, like the other approaching ships.
Okay.
Could you, Wanda, could you work out a trajectory for us so that maybe we can just drift in? You can go power dark, put the thrust and then let the inertia do the rest. And then you maybe it is a good idea, Wanda, for you to sort of spool up the power and be ready to, what do they say, Andre, in some planets that has cars, pedal to the metal.
I mean, yeah, if you want me to pretend to be dead in the water, sure.
I mean, again, every second we can buy with them trying to contact and our comms are down, blah, blah, blah. That's another, 10, 15 seconds.
All right, sure. You ready?
Absolutely not. Let's do it.
Okay. And she does. There's that initial burst she does forward where you feel the engines going, and then just all basically primary systems back off. So you're left with kind of the red flashing lights, of just like barest minimum life support as you are like drifting closer towards this fleet of ships. And Wanda says, we're being hailed from the Last Hope. Do you want me to put it through?
Not yet, I think. Let's see if we can... we want to look like we are scrambling to fix comms. So give us a few more seconds if that's okay with everyone.
Okay. And you do, and you begin to approach a little bit closer. And let me start to move some of these ships.
Oh no, now we have to see them.
Let me just move some of these to the token layer. Da, 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 da.
It's just the one. Oh, there's the second one.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
it's just the two. Oh,
Oh,
there's the third.
no. So it
Pretty
looks
sure,
like
she said, like 10 of these type and
Yeah.
like 20 of these type.
But these are the closest ones, let's just say.
Sure.
Let's just give you all a break and say it's just these so far. So there's
Okay.
the Last Hope, which is the ship that's hailing you. And then surrounded by these spaceship fighters. And you begin to see that the fighters kind of flank out around all sides of you. And Wanda says, they keep hailing and it's getting pretty aggressive.
Are we ready, crew?
I think we have to, or they'll shoot us out of the space.
They'll shoot us out into space.
Yep.
No!
Out of the space. Do we want to reveal Aphrodite now, or is that later down and one of you is going to talk to first start? That's a lot of words.
I mean, I can just go ahead and put the voice through if we're going on this ruse.
Yes, and keep the connection real terrible, like we are going in and out. You know what I mean.
Oh, sure, I do that all the time. I mean, no. And this, like, voice message plays over. Greetings! You are in the presence of the Order of Heroes. We have enough firepower to destroy you with little problem or loss of resources, but we have no reason to do so if you identify yourself as an ally. What brings you to the Cyprit system?
Oh.
You tell them we are an ally.
We're allies, yeah.
In distress.
I'm sorry, your connection was very bad. What did you say?
Good job, Wanda.
Yeah, we're allies.
So while this is happening, you can see, the Last Hope drifts forward, as do all these other spaceship fighters,
Right.
trying to get close as they're like trying to investigate what's going on. So the ship is in the near zone. So if somebody wants to go ahead and start making some checks to try and remotely hack the other ship, you can certainly do so.
Oh, that sounds complex. Why am I not in Oppo?
Because you were going to get booted out the airlock.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Could I make an argument? I mean, I'm cursed, so I don't know why I'm offering it. But I feel like hacking could be a streetwise skill.
Oh.
I think
Right?
so. I think so because you're putting this virus on a ship without anybody noticing, right? So it is skullduggery, it's trickery. I think it's streetwise, like playing this game, running this con, I think.
Yeah,
I'd accept
love
it.
that.
Okay.
All right, so that's
Definitely allies.
that's gonna be a complexity 3 skill check. I believe all of these are going to be complexity 3. Let me just double check.
I can't breathe.
Okay, here I go.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, that's 1.
yes.
I'm going to tell you right now, you need 8 successful skill rolls to do this.
We rolled 8 successes in the last month of games.
Yeah, whoa.
I am looking at the rules. It is 8 successful skill rolls while the Last Hope is within the near zone of your ship.
My.
All of these will be
gods.
complexity 3 while outside of combat. So what is it like, Ciela Gloss, when you're booting up this leech virus? What's the process here?
Well, I think I'm like trying to remember. I guess she's just hitting buttons and she sounds really distracted and she's like, yeah, we're allies.
Mhm.
Boop, 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 boop.
I think Denier has sent some instructions for you if you want to kind of be reading that like a
okay, yeah.
recipe, while you're like, yeah,
And
okay.
I'm like reading here step 3 and I'm like holding my finger there and then using the other finger to press the right button.
All right,
Yeah.
and
Definitely allies.
and you see, across your screen, like a little gray thing, like ring, 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 across your screen as you see like a transmitting, and this little gray leech disappears from your screen and seems to have landed on the other ship.
Did it.
So you are talking.
7 more times, y'all.
This is fine. So you are talking, to this person who has reached out to you. Let me just see what.
You don't have to.
And another message comes through. You seem to have connected with the MI on board our vessel. I'm sorry. Is there something we can help you with? We demand an explanation.
It was the calmest demand for explanation I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I kind of like these folks.
It kind of sounds like a nerd on the other line. If you had to assess just based on voice, which you shouldn't do, but kind of sounds like a nerd.
Hey, Tash.
Yeah,
I think this is a good time for us to distract them.
Yes. Apologies. Our ship's MI is a bit on the fritz as well, connecting willy-nilly. I think it might have something to do with me.
Okay, go ahead and give me a complexity 5 skill roll
to
convince them that your reasons are indeed legitimate.
And in that moment, Atash goes, "Oh, shit, we're not on videos. I can't
Yeah,
see
they're not
you."
on video. They can't see you. They have no idea. I mean, Wanda's like, if you want me to turn on the video, I can.
Yes, turn on the video. Turn on the video.
Okay. And Wanda goes, shh, and like, there's like a flicker that she does, and like the screen, pulls up over the window in space, and you see that this individual, this is a Cthulhu who has been speaking to you. She is in a pristine white lab coat. And she's got, the microphone like so close to her face, and she's like so like, trying to see what's going on and like looking at these screens, and there are other people in white lab coats behind her, and they're just like, I don't know, like holding up their hands like, I don't know what's wrong with them. As they are clearly scanning your ship, trying to figure out what's happening.
She's perfect. Okay, so standing there, prominently displaying my injured tentacle, though I have no reason to believe they would have any idea who I am. You said complexity 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can go ahead and reduce it to complexity 4, because I think Wanda is really selling the broken ship with the voice and chat thing pretty efficiently. So let's do complexity 4.
Okay, I'm gonna use my suave to just sort of really sell also the Aphrodite Billiams thing, which means that I will grandly declare that the spirit of why did I just forget her name? Aphrodite Billings has returned from the burn and has inhabited me, and that's what's causing our systems to malfunction, apparently. No, that is not good.
So,
it was a D12.
I think, this Cthulhu is just staring at you from across the screen, and she's just like, I'm sorry, what? Who are you? Wait, let's start over. And I think this at least buys you, while this doesn't convince them, this at least buys you another moment if somebody would like to make another complexity skill roll to get that leech virus through the next set of files. Yeah, I think Atash, you're like front and center now in the screen, so I feel like you can't do it.
Not me.
But either Little Voice or Ciela Glass, if you want to try and do something to help this virus along.
Can I kind of just touch the iPad or screen or whatever we're using and use some of my arcane magic to try to speed it along?
Ooh, cool.
I would say this is a power roll.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, giving that, that little virus just clearing some trajectory in computer space. I love it. Complexity 3, let's do it.
Okay, please.
Yeah. All right, that is 2 passes so far from Ciela Glass, only 6 more to go.
Oh
my glob.
So this Cthulhu is like, I'm okay. I'm sorry, who are you? What's actually wrong with your ship? We can't find anything wrong with your ship on our scanners, so we really...
This is the great Aphrodite Billiams. Don't you recognize her? She's told us all about her trip to the other side of the burn, and I do like worship arms, trying to help Atash sell this.
I come to tell you about the birdie on the other side of the burn and also the secrets of the galaxy.
Okay, so I will let you re-roll this complexity 5. I will reduce it by 1 because Ciel Glass is worshipping and backing you up. So complexity 4, because this woman and the rest of the scientists do not look convinced at this point.
I'm gonna use deceive this time because A, I feel like using something different, and B, the size of the dice apparently doesn't really matter for me ever at all. So, here we go. Holy.
And and this Kithuk squints and like kind of looks at you and says, Aphrodite?
So sorry, Celeste.
That's really you? How did this happen? And I think this is a good opportunity to make another roll for the leech virus.
I'm so sorry.
It's so weird. Life is weird. So
Dice.
So
It's
Little
just
Voice
dice.
or Ciela
so
Glass, who is making this this next roll here?
Want to try Little Boy?
Oh,
Or should
You can't get out of this without rolling.
I
We
know,
both.
I know.
Uh-uh.
I'm sitting here like panicking, like, how do I bullshit this, or how do I biff this?
They've got it, I guess. It's just fine.
Use your empathy. Be like, Virus, I know life is hard.
Yeah. Virus, I understand. It's rough being called leech virus, but you know what?
Yes.
You're really
What
helping to save the galaxy.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if
For
you're
leeches everywhere.
right, we love our slug friends, so why can't we like our leech friends too?
Hello.
Oh my
I resent the
god.
Look
comparison,
at this.
but hello.
Look at this.
Sure, give me that. Give me that. Give me that virus empathy, please.
So many to go. Just.
So that'll just roll complexity 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hell
all
yeah.
right, Okay.
And you hear like a little boo-doo-doo coming from like the virus that seems to have been encouraged as it's soaring across space towards the
I'm
other
broken.
ship.
I'm so sorry.
To assist with the chaos in
Yeah.
our cover,
Yeah.
could I use presence to kind of continue amplifying and playing off this whole Aphrodite
Situation.
performance?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a kind word for you to use.
I think so. You're the solid peacecraft in the back who's just like, yes, like as Atash is speaking.
Yeah, it's like stoic as can be, like clearly bodyguard style.
Yeah,
like-
no. So this Kithuk is like, this is remarkable. We've never had anyone come back from the other side of the burn. Aphrodite, please tell us everything. Guys, get in here. Get in here. She like yells, and you see like 8 people in lab coats just come running, and they all like cluster around, the microphone and are kind of like fighting to like see you and talk to you. Tell us everything.
I was sent back with a message.
Somebody can go ahead and make another complexity roll at this point.
A message for you, for the Order of Heroes.
Oh. Yes?
It is a very long message, so strap in.
We'd love to hear it.
Yes,
so
I will tell it to you in its entirety and very slowly, so you don't miss any of it.
okay. Oh, good. Oh, good. Little Voice, nice. Another paths as you were speaking to this bot. So that is 4. So we only have 4 more. So Ciela Glass, what are you doing during this very long story?
You matter.
You matter. Go, Leech. Go,
Yellow
go,
Gloss
go.
is looking at Little Voice on the doing the hacks
Mm-hmm.
and sees that a button is stuck and kind of wiggles over and uses her melee skill to press the button really hard.
Smack! Yeah. I love it. Yeah, you're like, no, this is the one! Complexity 3.
No!
You know, the button wasn't stuck. It was just like that. You suddenly realize. You're like,
just
that's
like-
a touch button. Oh. So you feel foolish, but there's no consequence to this because Atash has so thoroughly ensnared these scientists in this tale. Where are we at, Eugenio, in this tale? What is Aphrodite? What part have you reached?
And that was the second day of creation.
This is amazing. This is
On
amazing.
the third day, the omniscience created Butler. The eclair.
Zero. And like Butler lifts up the tray, and they all go, "Oh, props!" From the other side of the screen.
And so I tells them all about the creation of the eclair.
Oh, good. And then so go ahead. Little voice and Cielo Glass. Another round, please.
Power?
What are you using? How are you justifying your use of power?
How's Wanda feeling right now? Are we like stressing Wanda's systems
Wanda
out, like,
is
both physically and
aghast
everything?
and is trying desperately not to laugh and ruin everything. You can just tell. Because she thinks this is the most ridiculous thing she's ever seen in her entire life.
Then yeah, I would like to use power to be, like,
Wanda, don't give it away, Wanda. Swear to God.
Later, it is very hilarious. It cannot be hilarious.
So funny. It's
You're out there dead.
there was space jellyfish named Aphrodite bamboozling a bunch of scientists. Oh my God, little voice. She go ahead and roll. Yeah. And she just and like you see the screen cuts out entirely at this point, and she's like, I just had to turn it off. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Okay, I'll get it back. We'll just call it a system error. And it like flickers back on, and all of the scientists on the other side are like standing up. They've gotten back to their stations. Like, what went wrong?
The power of the burn. Sorry, it is too much for these mortal circuits.
It's making our Eldritchin go wild. It's just churning out so many eclairs.
They write that down on their clipboard.
Anyway, where was I? Day 5.
Oh my God. Let's go. Let's do it again, kids.
Is there a way for us to beam them magical burn spirit eclairs?
Yeah. Why not? You can
Story time.
you can shoot a package out into space, and then it'll take them a while. They'll have to like get it, but maybe one of the fighter ships they could command to like get the package.
Like, it's really important for them to fully experience Aphrodite's story. So I'm just gonna launch some eclairs into space.
Okay, this is good.
Perfection.
What skill are you using? Let's say you're detracting them with that. From paying attention to the virus. So what kind of skill? Yeah.
I am going to use my perception so that I'm aiming the eclairs really well.
Okay. Yeah. Launch. Eclair launch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What complexity?
James Intricasso, aren't you so proud at what
3.
your game has wrought?
Oh, is he here?
No, I
James,
don't think he
no. Okay.
is. He is.
He watches it later, so I don't have to deal with the. Are you happy we're running your module this way? We're launching eclairs right at your module. Okay, yeah, so complexity 3, pass. Oh my God, with precision. With the precision of an angel, you launch these eclairs into space, and you do see one of these fighter ships, like, slowly drift over to pick up the crate and then move back to the ship. Yes, Eugenio.
I have an idea for another virus thing when we're ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, let's do it. We've got 5 out of 8, so.
God's above. All right. And then days 6 through 12 were very boring. But on day 13, the cosmos created the ultimate code. And I'm going to tell them about the ultimate code that is going to lower some of their, like, antivirus firewall things.
Interesting. Okay, so I think...
really think about a skill for this.
Yeah, so I think that...
It's also a skill. I think that's what our eclairs help with.
Oh.
I think that in particular is going to be very difficult to sell.
Yes.
So I'm going to call this a complexity 6 skill roll.
Well, in that case, I have 2 options. One of them is that I can use Suave, which is my only D12, and just be real slick about, like, couching the instructions that I give them in a ton of nonsense so that they don't notice. And the other option I will only use if you promise that you will speak to me and still play games with me, which would be to use decorum again.
I will still speak to you and play games with you.
All right, so here's how it goes.
Okay.
So we've already said we heard them. We've now seen them. They're kind of nerds.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Kind of nerds.
Yep.
Which, like Aphrodite, not so much.
Right.
But Atash has been around nerds for a long time now.
One
Between
of them,
Oppo
one might
and-
say.
Well, and so I am going to speak the nerd language and sort of figure out that, like, okay, they've been holding on to my every word, so it doesn't actually matter too much what I say because they believe me at this point, as long as I, like, keep my cool and keep talking. And I understand that about these humans and the way that they, these people, and the way that they sort of interact with other people. This is nonsense.
It's complexity 6 nonsense.
Right.
Let's do it.
Okay, well, that was bound to happen.
I was a fail in a lot of ways. Yeah.
But I will use my fit right in to draw on my experience of living as a jour, which was very foreign, as is being a nerd, and I will convince them anyway.
Yeah. And you do, and as you're spinning this tale, and then, they're like, what? Like, they're following with you, they're sticking with you. I think, you have bought now pretty much complete, like, security from these people. So you all are able to program this virus to arrive and then land on the ship. And, you hear, like, a beeping sound that comes from their panels across the call. And this Kathuk, who was talking to them, is like, oh, we've received the virus that you were talking about, that code. Oh.
Yes,
It
in
seems to be
virus form, yes.
transmitting information from our ship. Is this to an unknown location? Is this part of it?
Yes. Wanda, be ready. Yes, that is definitely a part of it. You see, the way that it works is that you send the information to the burn and it comes back, but better. Also, the burn says, stop yeeting people into the burn. Goodbye. And the virus is on board now, right? Now
Yeah.
the ship just has to survive.
Survive for 3 rounds.
And I feel like they're not going to... This is a mistake, maybe, but I feel like they're not going to blow up their own flagship. So can we GTFO?
You can certainly try. So you
Great.
do so, and you're like, and they're like, what? Wait! And then, like, comms get shut off, and Wanda starts, like, blasting towards this, the edge of this asteroid field. And you can see, I mean, all of the ships in the fleet are basically turning on you at this point. So the closest ones here, you have these 5 fighters that you have to worry about, and the last hope that is going to be in quick pursuit. So...
Right.
Somebody want to give me a check to see if you can get out of here real quick in a hurry and into this asteroid field, because as a reminder, we're gonna have to get through that getting chased now. So who's dealing with that?
Can I empathize with Wanda? Be like, hey boo,
Hey!
don't want to die? Let's go.
Let's race! Yeah, let's call that a complexity 3 as you are beaming out of there as fast as you can.
While we're doing that, are we going to want guns or do we just want speed?
Oh my god.
I'll start. Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, but really nice roll, though.
12, 10, 12. Yeah, in D&D, this would have been great.
Great, yeah.
Great damage.
Other system.
Great
Yes.
damage. Okay. So you are doing your best to try and you make it to the edge of that asteroid field. But before you can even like skirt and bounce in there, you are getting peppered by fire from all sides. So you are going to take 1 point of damage to your MI as this is happening because your shields are now down. So
Got it.
Wanda's like, we gotta get out of here and real fast. So next roll, who is going to try and what are we doing to navigate through the asteroid field?
It doesn't help navigation, but Ciela wants to try to like kind of flicker some power to the shields
Ooh, I like
using
that.
her arcane
Ooh.
energy.
Cool. Yeah, I'm into that.
And in the circuitry.
I like that.
Yeah. Let's
and
call
we're
that
gonna
a-
call that a power roll.
Yeah. Yeah, complexity 3, I think, to recharge the shield batteries.
Come
That
on.
Ooh. So I'm gonna make a consequence here.
Yeah.
I think that blows up one of the shield batteries because you
Ooh,
overload
yeah.
it.
Sorry, everybody.
As this is happening, so I'm
It's okay. We're never making it home to recharge them anyway.
It's okay. We're gonna die here, so it's fine. It's fine. Oh no! I'm moving the wrong things. Oh my god, Eugenio, can you just grab that? Actually, one of those shield generators. I don't
Yep.
even know what's happening. Okay, so unfortunately, that is not going to work. But I'm gonna give you that penalty of losing the shield generator. I think is pretty harsh. So next up, Little Voice, what are you doing in this situation to kind of help? Or I guess Atash, you haven't rolled
Yeah,
anything yet.
Oh
so-
yeah. Well, I think Aphrodite's just gonna go back to what she did before and hopefully do it better this time and try and shoot asteroids out of our way. Let's go with. I think I gotta go with perception again. Complexity 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Whew, okay. All right. You finally make some progress as you are twisting through these asteroids, getting further and further away from this wall of ships now that is encroaching as the Order of Heroes has discovered your ruse. But you hear firing happening at you, but luckily now some asteroids are in the way. You are so close to getting out of here. Little Voice.
Little Voice would like to run to the Gatling station and become a big boy gun and pew pew through the
Yes.
lasers.
Cool.
Like if we can't go around them, we'll go through them.
We'll go through them! Yeah.
Yes.
Complexity 3, let's blow up some lasers.
Oh my god, you even fit in the gun turret spot.
Perfectly! Perfectly!
Yeah. What was complexity?
3 for all of these to get through the field.
Do it.
Let's
You can.
blast. Let's
Yes.
Woo, yeah. Pew, pew, pew. These like glowing green chunks of rock are exploding around you into powder as you all are passing now through the field, almost completely out of range of these ships, which seem to be staying behind the wall of asteroids, not willing to destroy themselves on the way out, like the rest of you. So, Ciela, we come to you. This could be the last one. What are you doing to help the situation?
Gosh, I don't know. I think I'm gonna just help receive. Maybe even kind of stand by Little Voice and be like, blow up that one.
That one, yeah. So complexity 3, as you all are targeting, locking onto these asteroids.
Yay!
Nice.
Yes.
And so you managed to point out that one like key asteroid at that last moment that Little Voice can shoot. And you all are suddenly clear of the spinning mass of crystals that surround the Cyprit system, rapidly getting the... Huh? Oh,
The spin-
crystal? Oh, sorry. Big rocks. That are kind of crystal in shape. Looked at them. They're kind of crystalline. And so you manage to fly outwards, and almost immediately after you clear the field, Wanda lets you know there's a call incoming from Denier, highest priority, if you want to take it.
Bring it on.
Whew. Okay.
Please.
I have to take a very quick bio, but I will be right. Do you all want to hang out, or do we want to go to a quick break screen?
We can hang out with the
Okay.
people for a few
Hang out
minutes,
with the
yeah.
people. Okay, I'll be right back.
That could have gone worse.
I cannot believe we survived.
How? That was a
Genuinely?
lot of skullduggery on our part.
Truly.
Did we do all 8 checks, or did
We did
Celeste, like, the
we did
default?
6. She let that last one take down their defenses and just do the
Yeah.
thing.
Well,
Which is
'cause
really
you used your special ability though, so it kind of makes
yeah. I mean,
you know, you get a little extra oomph in there.
I think it's really interesting how good a job this system does at like letting you be creative with skills. And I think that it speaks a lot to the design that like I felt kind of bad about doing that. Like we have so much fun and have such like good times with the creativity that when it feels like we're starting to test the edge of that limit, it feels funny.
Nah, that's what those abilities are there for. I don't feel bad at all.
If I didn't say almost feel a little bad, I that's what I meant. We're alive and get to do the finale, so not that bad.
Yeah, which is great because oh my god, did you see how many ships there were?
There were
There's so
many.
many.
If we went in,
We had to
guns
fight
a-blazing.
100% dead.
No.
oh, that's eight ships shooting at us
We'd
all
get
at
thrown
once.
into the burn.
Goodbye.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, peace, sayonara.
We
Like,
did
no,
enough
not
damage to
happening.
Wanda on our own. Don't let ships shoot at us.
You mean you did enough damage?
Now look,
Wow.
we all contributed.
We all did damage to Wanda this episode. Kids, it's okay. So you all are flying out of the Cyprit shield here back into open space when you get this urgent call from Denier. And Wanda, yeah, we'll just patch it through over comms if you all are willing to listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you hear a very tense Denier speaks to you immediately. She's like, "Well done on getting that that virus. We've got information. It's transmitting very quickly, and I needed to get a hold of you as soon as possible. Things are not good."
Uh-huh.
Not good. So the Order of Heroes, they're close, really close to unleashing their plan. Codename Project Gasball is what they're calling it here. Led by Cthulhu named Yawa Renisfault. The Order plans to use this ritual Valos Star Shot to hurl Gantha, which is a neutron star in the Heart Worlds, into the burn.
Oh.
And I mean, Gantha's gravitational pull, it's strong enough to drag several planets, moons, celestial bodies, space stations with it. If it gets hurled into the burn, we're talking billions of casualties.
Yeah.
So they apparently think that hurling this much life into the burn at once will halt it, if not reverse the effects. But of course, there's no research to back this up in any way. They plan to execute Project Gasball in 17 days, which I think, if I'm right by my calculations, that's exactly how far you are from Gantha. I'm doing the best I can to get all nearby ARC adventurers to prepare for this assault. If you can get here as soon as you can to help stop things. It looks like they've set up a space station called the Desperation. It's this small station they built just outside of Gantha. And she just, goes kind of quiet on the other end of the line.
There's a small chance that they won't go through with the plan. I told them not to yeet any more people. You all were there, I don't know. Do you think they were convinced?
It looks like they've been planning this for quite some time. I doubt one interaction would stop the course they're on. They built this spaceship, the Desperation. It's already there. They already have people standing by.
Oh, well, I don't know, Dinia. You didn't see the conversation we had. But I suppose we should check just in case.
I mean, did you destroy them? Are you confident enough that this isn't going to...
I mean, I think it is fair to say that I blew their minds, yes. But no, I mean, we should double check. Yes, it's a smart thing to do.
Gave them desserts.
We did that as well. Perhaps...
I take a little bite of an eclair, and I'm like, I don't think this would have done it.
Butler goes...
Counting on them.
One.
Oh.
Oh no, I feel terrible.
Oh no, this backfired. It was supposed to be a joke.
Oh, it was a joke, but Butler is crushed. Crushed.
This whole gag wasn't worth it. We hurt Butler's feelings.
Butler is crying now. Butler runs out of the room to go cry in the broom closet in
after
which
Butler
he lives.
immediately.
Yeah. No, he closes the door. You can't get in.
Oh no.
One.
Butler.
All right. We're going. We feel bad. We hurt Butler.
And yeah, Daenerys says, whatever the case, I mean, the ARC is willing to pay you, of course, to get in there to help stop this. I can't even imagine the damage this would cause. I mean, billions of people, all of those people and planets, and this is pure madness.
We will do our best, Demir. We've made it this far, and by fortune, or luck, or skill, we will see this through.
All right. Well, I'm still getting more information in, but I wanted to let you know as soon as possible so you could set a course for Gantha. But I'll call back in a couple hours with everything once I have it. Information is still transmitting, so whatever you did, you got it in there good. Thank you.
I would say our pleasure, but it was really a close call. But you're welcome.
Okay. Well, I'll talk soon when I have more. And she hangs up.
She sounded really worried. I mean, I know why, but this is quite serious, isn't it?
If we do not succeed,
No, but we will. We
we
will.
must.
On the bright side, Vam has 17 days to wake up. I think we'll have her back with us when we get there.
That is good news.
Oh my gosh, this all would have been much easier. If that was,
It was just a wake up. Yeah. And I think the next couple hours are kind of a blur. You know, it's hard to get anything really done, I think, after hearing news like this. And of course so it sounds like you're setting that course for Gantha. Mm-hmm. So you're, rocketing there. You're going to have to go full speed, like nonstop to reach Gantha in 17 days.
I do think that once the immediate preparations have been made, the course plotted and everything planned out, and we know how much time exactly it's going to take us, I think Atash is going to sort of go back to their room and, look up at the now naked light and think for a minute and just think about, like, all of the times during that encounter that Atash, like, thought they weren't going to be good enough to do it because they weren't in Oppo's body, and think about everything that Wanda said and, like, what we did manage to accomplish and how almost we didn't because I was so worried about what I couldn't do without Oppo's body. And so I think I'm going to go to the cryo chamber, I'm gonna get Oppo out. I'm gonna say, this. You have. I know that you're not in there because we the void, we know the difference between the body and the person. But if you can hear me somehow, you have made up for the trouble you caused before. And I think it is only fair now that your body gets to rest along with the rest of you. And I think I'll send Oppo out the airlock.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do, and you open up the airlock just enough and kind of like slide her body, cross-armed out into space. And you see very quickly, the cold, the vacuum of space just slowly disintegrates, her broken body. Scatters, like so much stardust. Out into the rest of the galaxy, as you do. And
yeah, I watched for a long time.
Yeah. You carried her for a while, through a lot.
A while, and even though she became sort of this unfortunate symbol for an unfortunate problem, she was also a reminder of what the crew managed to achieve back when our biggest problem was, a couple of folks from Space Vegas being kidnapped to, see if they could take a fire god into them. What small problems we used to have.
Problem. Yes. And as you do this, and those couple hours pass, and Daenerys calls again, asking you all to speak at a conference table if you're available. And you see, multiple faces get called up on the screen in front of you. So it's not just Daenerys. You're watching several people from the ARC. These are all higher up officials. Jade Crucible is there. A bunch of other faces that you don't recognize. And basically all these people are here just to lend resources and to help plan what you're even going to do when you get to the desperation. And lots of facts, lots of information flies around. But at the end of it all, you all need to make a plan. And that is what we're going to do next time, because that is the end of tonight's session. Oh, no!
No!
A galaxy in peril. And next episode is the finale, so it'll be perilous. But before, of course, we do our outros, I want to check in about story path moments, because I feel like we hit on a few tonight. Anybody want to start?
Sure. So the very next one of mine, which was the third one in my temptation path, was too much of a good thing. Maybe your enjoyment has gone too far.
Too far, yep.
Just maybe.
Just a tad.
You complete this event once you have encountered that person, which is someone from my past, who has come to rectify my misdeeds, which was Wanda in our case.
Yep.
So I complete this event once I've encountered that person, or in this case, that ship, and experienced their confrontation. What an experience it was.
Wanda.
What an experience it was.
Cool. What do you get from that?
I get a Zavoy special ability for this one.
Ooh, cool.
I have not...
There's some groovy ones.
I have special abilities picked out for like every species in case I get those bodies, and did not consider for the Zavoy.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
So I'll think about that and let y'all know next week.
Cool. I feel like almost we hit a second one for you too.
We did, yeah. So the next one, which I can't see right now because I'm on that screen where I have to pick the reward.
Yeah, let me see. I think I have it listed here. A-Tash, fixing your actions.
That's the one.
Yeah, things that were spiraling downward, and you see that now. Not just the direct problems you cause, but also indirect issues with your friends and others. You have to make the right write what you have done. You complete this event once you've dealt with the escalating issues of your temptation. I feel like that is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right,
Heck
so
yeah.
2 paths events. That means, oh no, your 5th one?
Oh.
The Return of the Monster is the
Oh
name.
no.
Oh no.
Oh, that's going to be a
Oh,
disaster.
no.
I'm just really excited.
Oh boy.
So good. So good. And then Gnome, I feel like we hit a couple for you as well.
Yeah. I think Memorialize.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of definitely completed there. Which increases the size of a die pool, as well as Understand.
Yeah, for sure.
Which you learned about a hobby that they pursued that you just didn't know about their life. And that is also an increased die pool. And I think for both of those, I'm going to go with Knowledge, because I think that's the
Something
loss of somebody is something that
Yeah.
It kind of gives you a different perspective on the world and how you
Process
arrange
things.
information. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, and I think nothing probably for Seal of Gloss, but oh boy, we got some stuff. We're gonna be back, yeah, like I said, next week, here for the finale. Oh, what was that, Eugenio?
I just found my special ability. Because we
no.
roll so terribly,
Oh, no.
I think, and I need to keep looking, so I will confirm this next week, but I think I'm going to take the one that's called Resist the Collapse, which gives us an advantage every time you spend a collapse point.
How dare you? How dare you? That's fine. No, it'll be good. Elvuna Trek, play out. So let's go ahead and do some outros. Let the people know when you are not in space, where people can go to find you. Let's go in opposite order. Eugenio, where can people go to find you when you're not here on Wanda?
Easiest place, follow me on Twitter at DMJazzyHands. Let's see, we have one more week of this on Monday. Not tomorrow, but other alternating Tuesdays. You can still find me over on Mini Terrain Domains channel on Tuesday nights, alternating Tuesday nights, playing Harper's Tale Hope and Redemption with V the Crafting Muse and Goblin Katie and Dr. B from Take This. We are having a delightful time over there. And I ride an awakened sorcerer Corky. So what more can you really want? Wednesdays,
Nothing.
we drop episodes of my D&D podcast called The Last Refuge. You can find us on Twitter at DND Last Refuge. I stream on my Twitch channel a couple times a week. And Sundays, I am over playing more D&D with the Rivals of Waterdeep. We had our season 9 premiere yesterday. It was super fun.
So good.
Virgil and Kent, the 2 new characters, who are also together, had a good time being introduced yesterday. So yeah, we're on every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific over on twitch.tv/Rivals of Waterdeep.
Very cool. And Lisa, when you're not, battling asteroids, where can people find you?
Folks can find me at Lisa Penrose on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. The past few weeks, I've been talking about this awesome series that Eugenio and I did called Haunting of Good Society. You can now binge all 4 episodes of that on youtube.com/Lisa Penrose. And the last podcast episode should be releasing this week.
Yeah.
Also exciting is that today Celeste and I launched our podcast network, Penwitch Studio. Go give us a follow on Twitter at Penwitch Studio. Check out our website, penwitchstudio.com. Keep it easy. And if you're looking for some fresh voices in tabletop and like geekery in general, definitely check out the shows who are part of the network.
Yes. And Gnome, when you're not dealing with the fate of the Olaxis, where are you? Where are you? Where can people find you?
Wow. Yeah, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Nomadic. Oh, goodness. Always in space. Literally, the next 2 weeks are
Space,
So
space,
much
space, space.
It's space, space, space. Obviously, here, space. Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can catch me over on Unmade Gaming's channel, playing Coriolis and the Expanse RPG, which I GM. And then on Friday, which I really want to touch on, brand new show in February over on my channel, Ursa Major. We are
Ooh.
playing Starfinder, but as bears.
That's
We're
amazing.
bears. We're space bears, just bears. Yeah, there's a
Okay.
race called Uplifted Bears, and there's sentient bears.
Yep.
So we're bears. Everybody's a bear.
That's
Just
my type.
bear space. Space bears.
Heck yes. Very cool. And my name is Celeste Conowitch. If you want to keep up with all of the things I am producing, podcasting, and designing for games, follow me on Twitter at @cconowitch. You can check me out Wednesday night, episode 97 of the Venture Maidens, which is an actual play D&D campaign I've been running for almost 5 years now. Episode 100-ish might be the finale. So that's gonna be wild. So check out the Venture Maidens on Twitch. You can also check me out Thursday night playing more Baldur's Gate 3 because we just are so bad at the game. It's taking so long for us to play through. Episode 4, I got my shoes back last time, so I feel like things are looking up. If you want to check that out on the Nerd Immersion Twitch channel Thursday night. And like Lisa said, please do follow Penwitch Studio on Twitter and check out all the great shows that we have involved. And there's a lot of cool things to come from us in the future, so please do stay tuned. If you liked the show, please go out on Twitter. Let people know that you enjoyed Burn Bryte After Midnight. Who knows where we're going to go after this? I don't know if a new module is coming out for Burn Bryte, but it could. I don't know. Just tell people you like us. Scream it to the heavens, to the galaxies, stars up above. And until then, everybody, blast off.
Blast off.
Blast off! Blast